So, back in the day, there was this poor widow who had an only son. He was her whole world. But here's the problem. She spoiled him rotten. She never told him no, never corrected him, and everyone called him the spoiled one because he was basically glued to her side. One day, he's out playing with the neighborhood kids and spots an egg in a neighbor's chicken coop. He looks around, swipes it, and runs home. He's like, "Mom, look what I found." Now, any normal parent would have asked, "Where'd you get that? Take it back," right? But not her. She just laughed, hugged him, and said, "Oh, you're so lucky. God is providing for you." She literally cooked it for him and watched him eat it with a smile. A few days later, he levels up. He grabs a whole chicken from the neighbors. Again, the mom is thrilled. She's like, "My son is so gifted. He always brings home the goods." She cooks it, they eat like royalty, and she never once tells him that stealing is wrong. As the years go by, the kid grows up, and so do his crimes. It started with an egg, then honey from the market, then breaking into people's houses. He'd bring home gold, luxury clothes, and cash. And the mom, she just kept praying for him, saying, "You're so blessed." She thought he was just smart. She didn't realize she was raising a monster. Finally, he gets cocky. He decides to hit the king's palace to rob the royal treasury, but his luck ran out. The guards caught him red-handed and he was sentenced to death. On the day of the execution, the whole town gathered to watch. The mom is there too, crying her eyes out, screaming, "My poor baby." Right before the end, the king asks him, "Do you have one last wish?" The guy looks at his mom and says, "I want to say goodbye to my mother. I want to kiss her tongue, the same tongue that always prayed for me and told me I was lucky." The guards let her get close. She's sobbing, reaching out, and she sticks her tongue out for that final kiss. But instead of a kiss, he bites down as hard as he can and literally bites her tongue off. The crowd goes silent. People are screaming. The king yells, "You monster! You're about to die and you still attack your own mother?" The guy, with tears in his eyes, looks at the king and says, "Your Majesty, her tongue is the reason I'm here. If she had told me no when I stole that first egg, I wouldn't be stealing a camel today. She's the one who planted the seeds, and today we're both paying the price." The king was actually moved. He realized the guy was a victim of a terrible upbringing. He commuted his sentence to prison time instead of death, giving him a chance to reflect. He eventually went back to his mother, but the house was no longer a home. They were left to live in the silence of their own regret, haunted by the blind love that had destroyed them both.